Hey Rich Nation, AJ Rich here, and welcome back to another Attack on Titan reaction. Today we're going to be watching Season 2, Episode 10. Last time we got a bundle of information kind of wrapped into a twisted, like, not full information of Reiner being confused in between, as they stated, a warrior and a soldier. Him thinking that, him wanting to protect the wall but break the wall, and we're finding out that the reason why that is because he was with everybody for so long. It's like he was trying to push his feelings or his old memories back, so he's forgetting who he is, it seems like, continuously. So he's because he can go from this really funny very human personality, him talking about being attracted to Krista and generally just talking about protecting the wall, and then going to this really angry, you can tell this guy's a warrior, really angry guy. And another pick of information was them trying to goad Ymir into going with them instead of helping Eren either defeat them or get escape, for her to go with them. So, and the big thing that they throw at her is to help Krista, protect Krista in some way, and that's that's literally pulling at her heartstrings. So that's a big thing. And then it didn't really tell, but it was looking like Ymir's I don't know, from her, I'm just going from her facial expression, it looked like she was more aiming to stay with them, but I don't really know. It's just that's what I was kind of getting from that, especially when they throw Krista in there. But now everyone's showing up because we see that we see those the green freaking crap in the air, and we see them actually everybody in the Survey Corps showing up with Erwin and everybody. So this is going to be, it's going to be are they going to be able to get there in time? Or are they going to leave? Eren and them have not. Eren and Ymir are both their arms are cut off. They're not able to move right now. They're still healing. It's like we haven't seen Eren get this beat where he's not rejuvenated, but he literally got cut up more than we've seen too. So that's an interesting concept, and the whole thing in general is interesting with just the way Reiner acted. It's I remember at the beginning of last episode, I really thought we were going to get all this information told, and we did to some sort, but it was it just wasn't everything. I mean, though we got some more information about the Beast Titan and them, there's some connection with them needing to either meet up with him, there's some connection between the Beast Titan and them. And that's kind of where we're at right now. And going forward here, we got 3 more episodes of this season, and including this one, obviously. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash that like button. Follow me on Twitter at AJRich123, as well as my Patreon, AJRich123, for full reactions and early releases and a lot of cool stuff like that. And let's go ahead and start. Oh yeah, forgot about this too. The one guy going by himself to this village where they found a Titan before. I always have bad feelings about this when we don't recognize a character. Oh god. It did seem strange about these villages. Is this the one with Connie? Or is that a different one? That's not Connie's village, is it? Oh, it is Connie's village, which is super weird. Oh god, she's conveniently moving now? What? Yeah, that's another thing they're not answering, is who the heck the enemy is, if they're not the enemy. I thought we were gonna find out what is going on, but we've learned not a lot. It's like he's multiple personalities right now, or split personality. Oh yeah, the guy that they were talking about. I still he says cute. Turns out not to be the coordinate. Our job isn't over. What the hell does that mean? The coordinate? So they have to find... So they're gonna come back to this spot? Is that what they're planning on doing? Leaving and then coming back? That whole thing. Oh, shit. Yeah. Aaron is... Yeah, that wasn't gonna work, man. That was bad. Turned back into a human. What? Wait, so... She turned... Wait. Turned into a human... What the fuck? What the? What the fuck? Wait. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna pause the... We did this in season 2, episode 6. Okay, let me just process this in my head for a second. So the something about her eating, like, oh my god, so much information in 2 seconds. Okay, hold on. She ate somebody, like, she ate somebody. Talking about 5 years ago. It happened 5 years ago. So when all that was happening, she ate somebody, which is their friend or something or whatever. Does that... Wait, then that means... But no, she ate somebody. Does that mean she's a Titan? Or like she was like a Titan, ate somebody, and then she became a human? Because he kept mentioning a human, like, over and over again. He's mentioning or saying that they're, you know, when I became a human, or became a human, when did you become a human? And then talking about that she's walking around for 60 years. What the fuck? I don't even know. I'm gonna have to break that. We're gonna break this down at the end of the episode. I'm so sorry for this. I'm probably gonna keep this in, but I'm really sorry. I'm what the fuck. So she was a Titan, but I thought she was already a Titan, technically. Okay, I gotta pay attention to this. We're gonna remember, we're gonna talk about this. Stay at the end, guys. We're gonna talk about this. Yeah, now they're like sided together. Now that they get each other? What? Oh, she didn't realize Krista was with them. Oh, of course she did. Of course she did. Yeah, that's probably what's pushing her, is to save her. Is not known where Ymira's hometown is located. However, its location is most certainly within something, the walls. They haven't explained that part though, but now when they... It's weird because I didn't consider them humans, but now they're talking like they turned into humans. The blood of your king. They just grabbed some random girl. Is this are these the wall people? Or no, this is something different? Yeah, he looks like the wall people. Oh wow, so she got blamed for everything that's happening. So she had to sacrifice herself, like, or well, give up herself. Damn. What? Wait, so she became a Titan doing that? Okay, so that's what they're talking about with the Titan. She's a regular Titan here and she's eating. So what they're talking about with eating, you eat a Titan, you become a human? You eat a Titan, you become a human? Or you eat a human, you become a human? Holy shit. Now that makes sense. That opens up this freaking world. That opens up the world. But we've seen Titans. Is that how it works for everyone? Oh, so that's when she technically met. I didn't know that was the time she met her. I thought they were already acquainted at that point. That you were something that you were not. She was trying to convince herself that's something that she was not, just like when she was. Oh shit. Oh, is this more? It's, oh, she's being greedy. It's for her. So she's like in love or something. So now they have to try to get Krista somehow. Oh shit. Well, they were gonna get away. So when these Titans eat somebody, does that work for everybody? Do they become a human again, like Ymir? It's hard to know because that's the only example, but Berthold talked about it like it happened to him too or something. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh, but when they eat her, she's taking her. She's taking her. It's not, now we know it's not the same as a regular Titan eating. Yeah, it looks like they set it up. So Reiner now has to be the bait, possibly, for them to get away. Or no. Oh, they're gonna get away altogether. Okay. So now Ymir's completely, at least for now, with them because they got Krista. But I mean, that's gonna be hard for them to get away with all these people. Let's roll this back a little bit. That episode, I mean, we got all the fun things in the beginning there. But as the episode went on, things processed a little bit more. Because when they initially talked about it, they're talking about the information before they show, like, explained it. It's like, I think Attack on Titan likes doing that. It likes telling us this info before we can really process it right. Like, before we actually know. It's like they tell us the what without the how. That's what I get a lot of this time. It's like we're getting we always get like the explanation later. But fortunately we get this later on in the episode, so I'm gonna break down what I get and try to process this while I'm talking here. So Ymir, now it's only centered on Ymir, but the reason why I think it might be more than just Ymir is because we saw when Ymir's having that conversation with Bertolt, she's talking about like what happened to her, and he's saying, it's the same as us, and she didn't mean to eat their friend or whatever, because we had seen that flashback scene now, but now we have context. So he mentions that it's like the same thing as her, like it happened the same way, or the same thing happened to him or something, and but it happened to her 5 years ago. So from what he said and what the way they were explaining what we saw later on in the episode, this is just my thought process. I'm thinking that it might apply to everyone. Now, does that mean that these Titans, like all these Titans, were they all humans before? Was that like, because as we see, Ymir's a human, obviously. She's in like definitely seems like the past, but I was getting like these vibes because it showed that, as we saw the priests that like worship the wall, it seemed like that same type of thing, like, but it was underground. And then they get completely like, they get tracked or whatever, they get founded, and she's saying she's always pretending. And now it makes more sense because Krista, I guess, is doing the same thing. Maybe she's scared, but like they have the same type of personality. But the thing that was the biggest pull here and the biggest like surprise is them like in this, on the wall. That's what it seems like they were on. I don't know if it's one of those walls, but they're on the wall and they get pushed, and then they're like, but I don't know what they're getting pushed in. That's what didn't make any sense, because we see the first person go, there's a flash. Same thing with she falls, there's a flash, and then it shows her being that Titan, but it's like she's a Titan there. She's just like a regular Titan. It's just like her sitting and waiting. And I got because we got the like not the how first, and we got like what happened first. I knew, and now I understand why they showed us, like they explained it first. Well, they said it without explaining it. They said she mentioned something about 60 years that she was waiting. So it shows the passage of time when her as a Titan, she's just sitting there. It's like maybe she got dropped in a place where there's not a lot of people or something. She's just sitting there forever and ever and ever. And then when she finally like goes out of the dirt and is awake, it's like literally in that spot when they're there. And it shows Annie. It shows, I guess, like a friend of theirs, but Annie and Bertolt and Reiner. And then she eats it, and then she wakes up and she's human. And that makes me think we've seen a ton of people get eaten, right? We've seen a sick amount of people get eaten in this series. I mean, all the way from the beginning. That's the confusing part. Like, if this applies, and this applies to everyone, so all these regular Titans that go and eat somebody, they turn into humans. That means that they were all humans in the past before. But it didn't seem like she was mindless, though. It seems like she was explaining that she was like it's like she's trapped. But another question, does that mean that, so when they turn in, so she turns into a human, but she's able to turn back into a Titan. So like, but she's human, but she can bite herself and turn back into a Titan. Does that mean everyone everyone that's had that happen can turn into a Titan. Now that's a confusing part, because we've seen a lot of people get eaten. We've seen a lot of people get eaten. Does that mean that there's a ton of people that can turn into their old Titan, or into whatever they used to be, hidden within the entire place? Because we've seen so many through the series so far. Like, if that applies, that means there's a ton of people that can turn into Titans. It's confusing. And then let's not forget that little scene with right in the beginning when they go back to the village, Connie's village. The Titan, which is Connie's mom, never moved while they were there, but she suddenly just wakes up, and it's definitely Connie's mom now that they check the picture. If the same thing applies, let's break this down. If the same thing applies, that means somehow, still don't know, but somehow she got turned into a Titan, because obviously she was human before. She got turned into a Titan, so doesn't that technically mean she could eat somebody and turn back? Does that apply for everybody? Are all those type of Titans the same? Because another thing that was mentioned really, really fast was a name for they were talking about there's mindless Titans, but there was oh gosh, I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to rewatch this. It's all these episodes I'm gonna have to rewatch, but it's like they set a name for a certain Titan, and I'm wondering, is there a difference? Like, are all those Titans able to? And then we have the Beast Titan. The Beast Titan's completely different too, and it's talking and it's a Titan. So it's confusing. The whole thing's confusing, but one thing we finally get is we know that there's this process, which opens up everything. Jesus Christ. Like, no wonder people can watch this show multiple times. It's like, if I knew this information in the beginning, it's like all the way back. Like, a bunch of people got eaten. Like, oh my gosh, it's freaking crazy. So, like, oh man, I just, for all this information, it's just a big amount of just, it opens up the possibilities. And they casually talk. There's a bunch of stuff. There was a bunch of more stuff on top of that was talked about them trying to find a location, and that Aaron could bring them to something, or that went really fast, they were talking about. And just and then we already knew something was with Krista because it was mentioned, but we definitely, that's still in the dark though, because Ymir definitely did not want to leave her whatsoever, so she went after her, and it looks like they've been successful, but everybody's on their tail. I'm gonna finish these last 2 episodes. There's no way I'm stopping. It's late tonight, but I don't care. I'm finishing. I'm like, holy crap. This is a great show. This is a fucking amazing show. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry I rambled for so long. If you watched the end, thank you. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because if you want to see my mind just get absolutely fried, you can continue watching. But I feel like I'm breaking this down as best as I can. I feel like I'm starting to get some things, which is awesome, but there's still a bunch of questions, but at least a couple got answered, but weirdly answered, which opens up the 50 other question door, the many doors. But anyway, yeah, subscribe, smash that like button, follow me on Twitter at AJRich123. Also, I have a Patreon, patreon.com/AJRich123 for full reactions and early releases. I'm going to try to get start to get season 3 on there as quickly as possible, hopefully by this point, but we're going to try to get as many episodes as I can. I'm 2 ahead on there. All the full reactions obviously are on there. You're going to miss some of it because I can only put so much on these YouTube cuts. So if you want more confused mind fucks and just check out the Patreon. And seriously, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.